Hey guys, Delt here. Here's another run in our Journey of a Bard series. We're just barely sitting in Voyager, and we're able to get a little bit of a cushion with this run. I'm sitting around top 150 to 200 bards, only playing a couple of games a week on him. I'm gonna be honest, nothing really special happens this game though. But we do go all the way down to Inferno and full clear one of the rooms since we had a good circle. I've been soloing Inferno almost every chance that I get recently because I want to get better at all the mobs and all the spawns, and it's definitely been paying off in loot and AP. For a for fun YouTube thing, what is everyone's least favorite Inferno spawn? Let me know down in the comments. Mine is definitely the square room that has a demon bat in every corner. If I don't have a shield, I die there almost every time. Hope you enjoy this run. So starting off in Ruins, honestly, this is my least favorite map out of all three. Sorry, all four if you include Goblin Caves. I really don't like Ruins. I feel like it's very Rogue, Ranger, strong, and there's so many dark corners in this map compared to the other ones that it just makes landmines, both Rogues and Barbarians, very, very threatening, especially as a Bard who, even if I build Vigor and have like 40% PDR, can die in like 3 or 4 swings. So my main goal every single time I get on this map is to get into Crypts and then hopefully get into Inferno. I don't do the most looting. I kind of loot around my area and push toward the edge of the zone, and then I do nothing until I get into Crypts. I couldn't tell what that player was. I honestly still don't know. I thought he was a barbarian at first, but he never screamed, so I don't think it was. He was also wearing some sort of plate helmet, so it was either a fighter or a warlock. Either way, he was running right at me, and I don't want to start a fight in melee. I want to be able to hit a few shots with my survival buff first and then get into melee. So what I did there was just cast Limit of Languor, full retreat, get through the door, cast Shriek of Weakness that most of times, if it hits them, will sort of stop them from wanting to push any further. But what I'm doing here is I just want to run over to the wall and drum it down really quick so I have some sort of movement that I can use rather than just being stuck in this room. I'm also thinking that I heard someone to my west here, so I'd feel a little uncomfortable knowing that I'm in between 2 different players. I kind of just hang out for a bit and then end up running north to try to get into a better position and not be in between 2 people. There's another player mining gold ore down below. I could have chose to fight him here, since that would have been more of an isolated 1v1. But again, I wanted some more space to move around, so I actually ran to the right through the wall. I broke it down, I killed the wolf, and then I knew I had at least some space that way. And because I don't know what the player was that was mining, I want him to sort of come to me first. I don't want to just run at him because I want some sort of space to start the fight. And that way I can get a few survivable shots in, cast Limit of Languor, slow him down, maybe get a few more survivable shots in, and then run into melee. But while I was sitting here waiting, he never actually came this way, so I ended up just continuing moving on to our east. While I was over this way, I figured I'd check the lion's head to see if nobody got it yet. And then at this point, I just played Tranquility and then sat and wait for the static downward tunnel to open up, and then took that. So now we're in Crypts and we're in a pretty good loot room. One thing that I would recommend is if you ever spawn here, to quickly clear out the mobs around you, because other players can get to you pretty quickly if they know about it or decide to. So I'd always recommend clearing this out and then coming back for the chests in the room. With that in mind, what I actually do is run for the lion's head or golden chest in the small room right next to this first. That way, if someone comes, I at least got the better loot than what I would have gotten from the smaller chests. I also cast Shriek weakness because sometimes there's a mummy down here too, but there wasn't this game. As a side note, on this character, I didn't really pick up gear too often before, but with the changes to gear actually giving a little bit more AP than they did before, I was sort of testing it out this run. Since I messed up there and I'm pretty decent on loot at this point, I decided to just put a campfire down. That way it's clearing up 4 more slots, and then I'll be good after that. And this room right to the east is the barracks room that has the skelly champ in it. I think some other people call it the dining room because it has the long table in the middle. I'm deciding to pull some mobs out just so I can pull out the skelly champ and then get that kill. I don't have enough time to actually like full clear the room, so I at least just want to get the boss kill. And I could probably just stand here and kill it with my buckler, but I decided to pull it back to where I was before because there's a pretty easy cheese spot right there too. So if you stand on the square pillar, he'll come up the stairs. But if you stand just a little bit to the right of the pillar, then you're good and he'll just literally stand right here and you can just kill him. Just as a side note, I didn't have to play Tranquility again here because I still had the buff from when I played it before, but I wasn't paying attention to that, and so that's why I'm casting it again. And so since I heard some portal spawn, I'm just gonna head toward those so I can get there, and if I have them open, that's at least a safety either down into Inferno or to leave. I'm thinking about killing the skeletal champion in the middle still for the golden chest behind it, but we'll see if I do that or not. It depends on if I get to the portals, what kind of portals they are, if I hear other players, if I don't. I'm just trying to decide at this point. And with these Y-hander skeletons, if you're ever near stairs, you could literally just stand on the stairs and crouch. As long as they're not the nightmare variant, they will never hit you. And we do hear another player. He's just 1 or 2 rooms away right now walking through the sewers. So I'm just going to open the other chest and decide to go into the Inferno portal. I don't want to try to cheat the Skelly Champ or try to kill the Skelly Champ and then have somebody else run up to me and start fighting me at the same time, because that's never fun. Okay, so now we're in the Inferno and we have a really good room and a really good spawn. So I'm just going to full clear the room. The biggest things to worry about in here are the dogs. those aren't a big problem at all. You could basically just circle around them as long as you stay a little bit further back. And with the rapier, that's really easy. And there's also some zombies. They're not really difficult. They're just really annoying because the nightmare variant shoots out 2 different fart clouds, and they're really fast and they do a lot of damage. My priority there was to kill the dog first. I did that, and now I'll just deal with the zombie and dance around the fart clouds. I would definitely recommend that if you're still fairly new to the Inferno, only try to pull 1 or 2 mobs. If you pull any more than that, it could get a little difficult, especially if you don't know the different attack patterns. Right here, I'm just killing the archer just to make sure that he doesn't start shooting me randomly, and then I'm going to pull the other dog, kill that, and start to head that way. There are 2 golden chests next to the health shrine that I'm looking at right now, so that's really where I want to go. The nightmare shields are easy. Literally just don't hit their shield. The nightmare bats can be frustrating though, so I would definitely recommend to shoot them through the wall if you can. If you run up on them and they start to attack you, they could attack 2 or 3 times. It's always awkward when you fail a jump. And that's what happens with these guys. If you hit the shield by accident, you just take a little bit of damage. Nightmare's Whitehander Skeleton can sometimes do 3 swings in a row. The 3rd one will always be low. He could also do 2 swings in a row, and sometimes that one's low as well. The great thing about having a buckler is if you block any of them, he won't continue his combo. I just decided to shoot this one. This is also a nightmare variant, so it can sometimes do 2 swings in a row. That's basically the only change with it. But we finally made it to our chests. The Skelly Mage will just kill himself on the jail cells in front of here. I was trying to use my survival bow just to make sure I got the kill on the AP for that. But I don't think I did. At this point, I'm remembering that I skipped a bronze ornate, so I'm gonna go grab that too. And I swear, every time I'm in game, I cannot remember where the levers are for anything. Every time. Even if I know where the lever is, I just can't find it. At this point, I was just checking around all the doors around me to see if there was anything worth looting. I don't know the modules by the mini-map yet for Inferno, so I just literally had to look through every door, and I didn't really see anything super worth doing. I could have tried to get to another golden chest at the top of the staircase in like the 2 parallel hallways, but it was somewhat out of the zone, and I wasn't really wanting to risk it because I already had enough at this point, so I eventually just decided to leave. And while the rest of this game plays out, I think the only other thing I killed was a crossbowman. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the content. If it was helpful for you, please let me know. It really does mean a lot to actually be able to help. I'm trying to make this more of like an informational kind of channel and just like how to play the game rather than necessarily just being like, oh, look, I'm good. Because I don't think I'm necessarily the best player, but I do have knowledge about the game. So again, if you enjoyed the content and it helped you, please just let me know, or like or subscribe to the channel, and I'll be posting more basically every day. I post Monday through Friday. I missed one day this week, but I think that's one of the first times I've done that. And also just let me know if there's any other content that you want to see with the game. It could be bard related, it could be any other class. I might start playing cleric a little bit more again since they have 10 spell, and I really like cleric. So yeah. Thanks again. I hope you all have a great day, and peace.